Alright traders, check this out. Second market analysis of the day. This time the pound versus the Swiss franc. You know, it's all about the watch list today. We got these pending trading opportunities waiting, you know, to get triggered. And here we have a very special case, guys. We have this pound Swiss, right? We have this trading range started to emerge right around the beginning of April. Here's the formation. One on the downside, right? Another one up on the upside, back on the downside again, that's 3, and then all the way up 4. Now here's where it becomes really interesting. After those 4 legs, let me just zoom in a little bit. We've been identifying this 5th move on the downside. I mean, at first it seemingly broke out, but not really. Just a couple of days, you know, daily price action. That was just a noisy move that was easily filtered out by the weekly chart. In fact, check this out. It's quite amazing to see the dynamics we had here, right? Because price tagging 21.28 the first time was like 3 weeks ago. And then, turning around with a swift move, going right back to the lower section here. That's a nice spike here. But then it bounced off, but not closing above 20.44. Take a look at the close here. That's very suspicious. 20.39. That means that, it's going... Basically, what it means is that price will most likely continue to trade sideways, and that's exactly what happened. Price actually started, it was engaging with breaking out, right? Take a look at this move. At some point, it managed to reach, 22.03. So it did travel above 21.28 for, I want to say most of the week. And right before the end of the week, price kind of dropped. But it dropped below 20.44 again. Remember, we just talked about the previous one closing below 20.44 and then again closing below 20.44. So that's very suspicious. I'm just saying that it is more likely at this point, just judging by the situation here with that technical picture, that price will end up on the downside. Will end up at 1950 here, 119.50 and below. Which is why we don't buy this upside move. Especially, I'm talking about yesterday. We don't buy this upside move that seems to be, threatening the validity of this key level system, right? Because if it's going to break 21.28, then obviously we'll have a breakout and price will probably start, begin to build up some momentum on this break. But right now we feel that the fact that price missed 1950 when it was coming down just a couple of days ago, when it was on the downside, right? Take a look how close it got. I mean, 1962, that's just, 12 pip, right? That's how close it got, but it missed that area. And that's why we feel very strongly about, the bearishness of the situation, because we think price is going to complete that move. Once it tagged, it's going to come back and tag that area just to complete that move. And of course, at that point, it might find it's either going to break down, right? Or it's going to come back up again. But there's a very good chance it will actually break down. But we're not even talking about that. We're not mentioning the potential of a breakdown. We're just focusing on what's imminent, right around the corner, so you can understand that, this is what we call a short-term cycle type of trading opportunity, type of analysis. We're only aiming for 140 pip if you calculate the distance from, price action right now. Okay, so right after this session, guys, we're pulling the trigger. We're starting small. We want to test the water. We want to see price begin to move down and begin to threat 20.44. When it begins to threat 20.44, we'll consider, increasing the position accordingly. All right, so that's the situation. Bearish opportunity, pound versus the Swiss franc. Hopefully we'll be back soon to follow up on the situation. That's about it for today. Enjoy the rest of it, and we'll be back tomorrow. Cheers.